Hi guys, in today's live I want to talk about 9 ways to push beyond fear, because fear is something that we're feeling a lot over the last couple of months, and perhaps in the months to come as well. We're fearing about fear. So you see, fear is the biggest roadblock to any type of success, and fear is a constant companion if you're attempting to grow and achieve. The most successful people are often those that manage fear most effectively. And those that manage fear poorly are often the least successful. So learning to push beyond fear is such a valuable skill that will greatly increase your odds of success, which I presume you want. So let's talk about how you can conquer your fear and achieve success. Well, the first thing is control your thoughts. It's possible to think about anything you choose. The best way to stress yourself is to think about stressful things. You're not more effective when you're afraid. You're less effective. That doesn't mean that you should, bury your head in the sand, but put yourself in a frame of mind that makes you most able to deal with the situation at hand. Number 2 is consider the worst. Well, take a moment to consider the worst likely outcome. Can you handle it? Can you maneuver in a way that makes the worst outcome manageable? If you know you can handle the worst, there's no reason to be afraid. And normally, the worst never actually happens. But, be prepared for the worst, and you'll find it rarely occurs, as I said. Number 3 is breathe. Well, focus on your breath and slow your mind down. Your mind will take reality and run wild with it. Focusing on your breath will calm your mind and reality remains. When stress is at your doorstep, just stop and breathe. Now, when you think about it, when you're stressed, you breathe pretty deep up here. But you should make sure that you breathe from the sort of pit of your stomach. Now, number 4 is imagine a positive outcome. We looked at the worst, now let's look at the positive. Raise the level of your expectations. Your fear will melt away if you expect something positive to happen. So create a future that you can find exciting and visualize your fear away. I would say repeat this exercise several times a day, and eventually you begin to believe it. Number 5, coupled with breathing, is exercise, because physical exertion is an excellent way to burn away your fear. It's hard to feel afraid when you're exhausted. So go for a quick run, a long walk, or lift weights. When you're pleasantly out of breath, you'll find your fear has lessened. So that's a good tip. Number 6 is always get support. Talk to a friend or a mentor, but be choosy. Some of your friends and family are, more supportive than others, shall we say. So find someone going through the same thing or who has gone through the same thing and console each other. Online forums can be helpful, maybe Facebook groups, and you can also, in many of these, remain anonymous. Number 7 is to understand that change and fear go hand in hand. There's a reason to be excited when you're afraid. It's very possible that you are at the beginning of a great change in your life. Now, nothing seems to change when you're comfortable. And if you're comfortable 100% of the time, there will be no change. So be excited that you're doing something that creates feelings of fear. Interesting. Your life may be about to change for the better. My 8th sort of hint is, or tip, is to make a list of the benefits of moving forward. So create a long list of the positive results that could result from being brave. Give yourself several reasons to motivate yourself. For example, if you're starting a new business, you could create a greater income. Do something you love. Finally, realize your dream of being an entrepreneur. Not to mention, you'll have the amazing experience of overcoming your fear. Now, the last point is do it anyway. Fear is a lousy reason for not doing something. It's not a good excuse. though it is socially acceptable, and this is the problem. Be brave and resolve to do the thing you fear. It will be easier the next time. Build your tolerance to fear by facing fear daily. Do you allow fear to determine your actions? Fear is a self-imposed roadblock on the path to progress and success. And developing the skill to handle fear appropriately is necessary to move forward in any aspect of life. When you feel fear, you're on the verge of making a significant and great change in your life. Get excited. Guys, if you enjoyed this live, please feel free to share it. Please leave a comment below and make sure that you subscribe so that you know when I'm going live next. I'll talk to you very soon.